Originally, again, at COVID, right? We were at that
Yeah.
point. How do we get people's attention and all that? And I said, I think it's time that we do a podcast, but we drew other business owners. It doesn't
Hmm.
necessarily have to be restaurant guys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we talked to them about their story of coming up because, more and more it resonates out there. Entrepreneurship is probably the hardest job there is, right?
Yes.
I was telling somebody today, imagine sometimes you going into work and you're paying to go to work because today it was just a terrible day and sales were bad and you walk in and you're paying to go to work. How would
Hmm.
you feel?
It's a good
Right?
analogy. Yeah, because
It,
that's
it,
really what you're doing.
you're doing. You're
Yeah.
going into work. I'm not making money for sure today, like you already know,
Yeah.
and I'm really just here paying to work.
Mhm.
How, it, you know, it is, and then you've worked for many years and you've put all your blood, sweat, and tears, and you have all
Mhm.
this responsibility. And somebody comes and tells you that your pasta doesn't taste good. You're like, okay, like that's where you start losing that love for it, right?
Yes. Yes, for sure.
And anyway, so I decided that I was going to go out there, and not only was I doing this for myself to figure, hey, some of the difficulties that I'm going through in expanding my business is some of the normal things that other people have gone through with their businesses, right?
Mhm.
John Morgan's of the world, listening to that story, or even the mayor in the city of Orlando, or Michael Jordan's son, Marcus, right? All
Mhm.
these different people have all these different perspectives of life,
Yeah.
and it's great to listen to their story. I sometimes I laugh because people tell me, oh, you guys talk about all the negative, but there's just a lot of negative coming up, right?
Yeah.
You don't have a lot of celebrations because by
No.
the time that you're celebrating, something else is going on.
That's right. Yeah, it's
Right.
it's hard to celebrate something even when you legitimately have something to celebrate.
Right. The other day, my dad's like, "Oh, you closed your financing at Lee Road. It took you 2.5 years. You should celebrate." And I'm like, "I ain't celebrating right now, man. I just need to get the store open." Right.
Yeah.
That's when we celebrate, when we get this cash flowing, because
Yeah.
we've just been spending money for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just wanted to bring that out there, and also that episode with my dad was probably the hardest one because
Yeah.
he's the only person that asked me for all the questions ahead of time.
Mm.
Okay. And then, obviously things got the way that they got there,
Mhm.
and he just said the truth. There's nothing that,
Yeah.
I don't believe in is the way that he raised me. I was raised in a very privileged lifestyle.
Mhm.
And if he didn't do the things that he did as a father to be able to teach me the realities of life and how difficult it is to come up, because he's a
Mhm.
self-made guy, I don't know. I think I would be a very different human, and I probably wouldn't be a very nice one, because I
That's the
grew
way
up with
that goes.
money. I grew up with money, and,
Yeah.
and it was easy.